All right, so we're working on factoring, and I'm just going to remind you before we start factoring that this is just backwards multiplying. So let's just start with a couple multiplication problems. So let's say I had p plus 3 times p plus 5. If you like to draw the little boxes, you can. The boxes are optional. If you don't like to draw them, you don't have to. All we're doing is distributing p times p times 3, p times 5, 5 times 3. You can just go with your distribution arrows, p times p times 5, p times 3, 3 times 5. You get a final answer of p squared plus 8p plus 15. Okay? It's also good to do one example maybe that has some negatives in it. So let's look at another example, something like b minus 2 and b plus 7. If I distribute that, I get b times b squared, b times 7, 7b, negative 2 times b, negative 2b, negative 2 times 7, negative 14. Add those up, and I get b squared plus 5b minus 14. Now, what we're going to do is go backwards. So factoring means you start with your standard form and you're working backwards to the things that multiply to it. I want you to notice that in each of these problems, my end number was the product of my beginning numbers, meaning 3 times 5 was 15, or in this one, negative 14 was negative 2 times 7. So when I look at any of these problems, I focus on that first number, the number that has no letter on it, and I think what times what makes that number. So 1 times 7 makes 7. Then I notice that the middle number, 8p, was the sum, 3 plus 5. In this example, 5b was the sum, 7 plus negative 2. So then I look at the middle number, 8, and I think, oh, 1 plus 7 makes 8. So now I know that this problem factors to be b plus 1 and b plus 7. I'll do a few more examples here. Look at number 3. How can I multiply to get negative 90? I could do 1 times 90, 2 times 45, 3 times 30, 4 doesn't go in there, 5 goes in there 18 times, 6 goes in there 15 times, 7 and 8 don't go in, 9 goes in there 10 times. If you don't know your multiplication facts, just grab a calculator and start going 90 divided by 1, 90 divided by 2, 90 divided by 3, 90 divided by 4, 90 divided by 5. Keep going and write down all your possibilities. It's okay if you don't have all your multiplication facts memorized, but it's not okay to just sit there and do nothing. So grab your calculator and just start going. 90 divided by this, 90 divided by that, and just write down a list of your factors that worked. Out of those, you might say, hey, none of those add up to 1m, but one of them is a difference of 1m. If you look back at my example over here in the bottom right corner, I had a negative 2 and a positive 7, and I ended up with a positive 5. That was because the negative 2 plus 7 made positive 5. So here I need to do negative 9 plus 10 to add up to make positive 1. M minus 9, M plus 10, because that multiplies to make negative 90, and that adds to make 10. Okay? I'm going to do one more problem here, and then we'll call it good for today. So we're looking at this one, where we've got negative 12. So what multiplies to make 12? 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. None of those add up to make 4. But when that 12 is negative, you know you've got one positive and one negative. Can't be negative 1 and 12. That doesn't add up to 4. But it can be negative 2 and 6. That adds up to 4. So we have n minus 2, n plus 6, and that factors out like that. Okay? So please let me know if you got any questions. I'm happy to make more factoring videos. Thank you for watching.